Mamata Banerjee is currently in Delhi, and she's courting the left-liberal media institutions and opposition parties alike, while lobbying for her political future. She has already imposed her bloodlust poll slogan "Khela Hobe" on the opposition, saying it will be used across the country. Pure desh mein khela hoga. The game will be played across the country. However, after meeting the Gandhi family, if reports are to be believed, Mamata has charted a plan, which could mean the end of the road for Congress. Hi and welcome. You are watching TFI English, the national and socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Shubhangi, and in this video, I will explain how Mamata is hatching a plan to replace Congress as the main opposition in the country. Let's begin. Ever since the monsoon session of the parliament began, the political theatre in New Delhi has been at its peak. Fresh off a victory in the assembly polls, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has landed in the capital with renewed vigor to take on a much more central role in preparation for the 2024 general election. As a result, the TMC leader met the Gandhi family and in a press conference later sounded optimistic about a united front of the opposition against Prime Minister Modi. She said, "Sonia ji invited me for a cup of tea and Rahul ji is also there. We discussed Pegasus and the COVID situation in the country. We also discussed the unity of the opposition. It was a very good meeting, positive meeting. To defeat the BJP, everybody needs to come together. Everyone will have to work together." Mamata, being unusually chirpy, has been signaled as an endorsement by the Gandhi family to project her as the opposition face, according to some political pundits. But many have ruled out such a possibility, saying that anything about a united opposition at this stage is just for optics. However, the fact that Mamata Banerjee has met Sharad Pawar, Arvind Kejriwal, and several other regional party leaders in a whirlwind tour at some intrinsic level or the other suggests that she is seriously going about her business and that something peculiar is cooking amongst the opposition. Reportedly, Mamata has drawn out a plan for the opposition to take on the tidal Modi wave. The TMC Supremo has planned a three-pronged approach where the numerous opposition parties will be allowed to breathe and contest against Modi. However, a close look at it suggests that if Congress adheres to this approach, it could be obliterated from the face of Indian politics. With the first approach, Mamata is planning to throw Congress in a solo fight against the BJP on the 200-odd seats where both parties have a direct competition. The regional parties will be stopped from competing to make the contest a two-way street only. While it looks like a brilliant idea on paper, the on-ground reality could differ starkly. Congress is at the wane of its powers. It won 52 seats in 2019 after competing across the country. Imagine after this, a Congress reduced to fighting in a mere 200 seats only and not having other parties to cut the BJP's vote share, and voila, you have a heady concoction of a defeat which could restrict the grand old party to a measly 20 to 30 seats, and we're being generous. In the second approach, Congress takes a backseat in states such as Maharashtra, Jharkhand, Bihar, and West Bengal, where the opposition is scattered. Mamata will try and bring them together to fight against the BJP. Congress might get few seats for its leaders to contest as an afterthought from Mamata, but it would still be considerably lower than what it would have in its hands otherwise, if it would have contested solo. Long story short, Mamata Banerjee is going to undercut the Congress by reducing its chances of winning more seats. Speaking about her equations with the opposition leaders that could come under her second approach, she said, "I have good relationships with Jagan, Naveen Babu, Chandrababu, Stalin, Uddhav, Hemant Soren." In the third approach, the regions where the BJP is weak, for example, the southern states of Kerala and Tamil Nadu, Mamata is expected to give a free rein to the parties to contest the elections as they are already doing. Congress relies on the crutches of DMK in Tamil Nadu, and fighting against the left in Kerala is a lost cause. The entire point of opposition unity was to make sure each party increases its seats. However, by not even fighting on all seats and then being forced to fight on unwinnable seats, Congress is penning its own doom. Moreover, Mamata understands that the Gandhi clan cannot be trusted. Sonia Gandhi is hell-bent on making Rahul Gandhi the Prime Minister of India. And besides, Whenever the Congress has used coalition politics to build itself back, the party has stabbed its coalition partners in the back mercilessly. Whether it be the 1980 Lok Sabha elections or the confusing coalition era of the 1996 to 1999 years, Congress has always pulled its support back at crucial times. Mamata Banerjee understands that beating Prime Minister Modi on the national stage is a different kettle of fish. The assembly election victory amounts to nothing, and in all possibility, the NDA will storm to power once again, and Mamata's dream of becoming Prime Minister will be crushed. However, the biggest way Mamata can catapult herself to the top of the political echelons of the country is by replacing Congress as a national party and by becoming the ultimate opposition face. If Congress cannot read Mamata's game plan behind the model, then its downward spiral into oblivion has already begun.